Today, former President Jimmy Carter's casket will be moved from Atlanta to Washington, D.C., where he will lie in state today. The 39th president died last week at the age of 100. ABC's Faith Abube reports as tributes continue to pour in for the former president.
And good morning to you. The Carter family overwhelmed by the outpouring of support. Condolences coming in from more than 133 countries so far. And some of the mourners have been coming here to pay tribute at the Carter Center, where within 24 hours of the public visitation, more than 10,000 people showed up to see the casket. This morning, former President Jimmy Carter taking his final journey to the nation's capital, his body being flown to D.C. to lie in state before a memorial service at Washington's National Cathedral, where his longtime friend, President Biden, is expected to deliver his eulogy. For the last several days, thousands of mourners lined up to pay their respects at the Carter Center here in Atlanta.
He was a president and a visionary. And he did so many good things, got people to vote and, helped everybody.
Many gathering on highway overpasses and along roadsides to say goodbye as Carter's motorcade passed through.
Man, on that motorcade, there was a lot of love on the side of the road. Every overpass had people on it. It was amazing.
Present arms.
An outpouring of love here in his home state, where Carter's life began at this peanut farm in Plains, Georgia, 100 years ago, where a bell used to wake him up an hour before daylight. A Washington outsider in the aftermath of Watergate, the peanut farmer becoming America's 39th president.
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear.
Taking the oath of office in January of 1977. Serving just one term, he's perhaps most celebrated for the humanitarian work he did after his presidency. And there is a departure ceremony planned for this morning here at the Carter Center. Carter's remains will then be flown to Washington, D.C., where he'll lie in state at the U.S. Capitol before his state funeral on Thursday. Faith Abube, ABC News, Atlanta, Georgia.
And before Jimmy Carter was president, he attended the U.S. Naval Academy at Annapolis. Some of his classmates are honoring his life and sharing memories of their time together. One of those is class president Jack Stevens. He was in the same cutter crew as Carter.
And people ask, well, how was he? Well, he was absolutely non-demanding. Of course, he hadn't been president at that time either, but he was easy to get along with, a neat wife.
Now, Joe Flanagan wrestled at the academy and served in the Navy for years, as he remembers taking classes with Carter. Flanagan later worked on Carter's presidential campaign, as did some other classmates. And streaming right now on We Are Iowa Plus is live coverage of the former president's journey from Atlanta to D.C. We Are Iowa Plus is free to download on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or your Apple TV.